Amani channel. This is my BarkWorld 2012 presentation. This is, of course, the Social Media Unleashed, the pet conference, the ultimate pet conference held in Atlanta, Georgia. This is my presentation entitled Podcasting and Vlogging, Simple Editing Tools. You can always tweet me at Amani channel. You can always follow the hashtag #BarkWorld to see the Twitter stream there. So to start off with, I just want to give a brief introduction about myself. My name is, of course, Amani channel. I'm a former newsman. I worked for about 10 years as a broadcast journalist, broadcast reporter. I'm an award-winning video producer, a vlogger, social media practitioner, and I currently get paid full-time to work in PR. Then also have a video production tutorial site that I will share more information about at the end of this presentation. All right, so why video? Well, for me, it's because it's how I eat. All right, it's my bread and butter. So these are just some various pictures of me on the job, doing some, in the middle picture there, you can see me with the little pocket camera, have an iPhone there in the left picture, and some bigger cameras that are used in various productions. So it really depends. I mean, if you're just a vlogger or into social media and you want to just produce a down and dirty video, you might want to use an iPhone or pocket camera. But if you want something a little more high end, of course, those cameras are out there as well. Now, I say you do video because you can. And back in 2006, when I started vlogging, it was kind of before it was really super cool. I mean, it was still kind of coming of age. But this little message that I recorded, actually, I was driving. And yet I say don't shoot and drive like I was doing back when I first started out. But this sort of speaks to, I think, the power and the new paradigm that we're now living in.
So the question of the day is, can a citizen be a journalist? The whole issue is up for debate. There are some folks who say, no way. There's no way average citizen would have the know-how to put together a story, to have the objectivity, the know-how to do the interviews and to write a coherent professional piece of journalism. Of course, no one's asking a citizen to write a professional piece of journalism. Citizen journalism is you, the citizen, sharing some information. Now we're talking about video. There's also the issue of the technical know-how of the shooting, the editing, and putting together a story coherently, beginning, middle, end, with video that doesn't suck. Now, can a citizen be a journalist? I say yes. Can a citizen be a good journalist? That will probably take a lot of time and practice, patience, persistence, but I think it can be done. That is the big question. That's the question of the day, of the year. Because this internet is changing everything, folks. I mean, now you can publish, you can broadcast, you can do everything the big boys do yourself. And I'm going to prove that.
All right, so obviously I'm talking a little bit more about citizen journalism, but it still applies because the tools that even professional broadcasters used just a few years ago are now very accessible and very affordable to the everyday social media practitioner, vlogger, writer, and those who have a presence online. All right, so since we're talking about dog vlogs and pet content, found an example. My favorite pup, Jasmine. And ironically, I ran into Jasmine's owner at BarkWorld about an hour before the presentation. I actually interviewed her, and I'm going to do an editing demo towards the end of this presentation. But I was going to discuss this and show this anyways. But you can see she has about 500,000 video views, about 1,500 subscribers. And Jasmine is getting sponsored, and she got sponsored to attend the conference, and she gets all sorts of promotional activities. She's gotten featured on some of the network news outlets. And so it's very powerful. This medium is very powerful. Being able to create your own content is very powerful. And I will show you an example of one of the videos that Jasmine's owner created. And we'll just show a short section of this video. But it really shows the power and also the creativity that is out there.
I think everyone needs a canine personal assistant like Jasmine. She does the laundry, she'll do the shopping, and she always returns the cart. And she'll go fetch the mail.
All right, I think I need a Jasmine in my household. But very creative video, and you can see she used very solid production techniques, using a tripod in some cases. It was probably a well planned out video. All right, the next example is Jessie the Jack Russell Terrier. This is probably the upper echelon of social media vlog channels for a pet. But you know, you can see, I mean, 27 million, nearly 28 million video views, nearly 40,000 subscribers. Jessie is said to be on TV shows and has gotten all sorts of exposure in both magazines and television programming. And so let's just see some of Jessie's talents here. All right, so this is a very short video, but hey, I can't even do a handstand and walk across anything. So very talented dog. You can see why he has gotten the attention that he's gotten. All right, and then finally, this is by actually a video producer. His YouTube channel is Final Cut King, and maybe you've seen this video, maybe you haven't, but did something very creative. You can see the kittens holding a lightsaber there. You can see this video itself has gotten 3.5 million views. And just a really creative video here that I'll show you now.
Guys, cut that out.
All right, so once again, just a really short video, but very creative. Obviously some special effects. Definitely took some planning to put that video together. All right, so to start off with, when we're talking about editing a video, you know, you really have to go back to the beginning of the production process, which is pre-production, the planning phase. And so editing really starts with the plan. It starts with asking the question, why are you creating the video? What's the video going to be about? Where are you going to shoot it? How are you going to go about producing it? So, you know, if you start out by shooting some video and you don't have a plan on how you're going to go get it edited and you don't know how to edit it, you're probably starting off on the wrong foot. All right. So another fundamental part of planning is having a script or outline. I'm going to talk about a little more about that really shortly. All right. But you definitely want to ask these questions even before you start the video, because you're going to edit the video according to the shots that you capture. And if you don't plan out your shots, you're already treading on shaky ground there. So the basic equipment that you should always consider using when you're talking about video production: a tripod. So even before you talk about a camera, you know, you want to have a tripod. It will help ensure that your shots are steady. When you saw the Jack Russell video, it was quite obvious they used a tripod, and the Jasmine video, she also used a tripod for some of the shots there. If you're capturing any sort of sound, so if you're doing like a podcast or an interview style segment, you want to use a microphone. You want to capture good audio. Even if you're doing some field kind of shooting and you're doing an interview, you probably want to use a microphone to capture that really crisp, clean audio. Then you want to have a camera, so it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can be your smartphone, it can be a pocket camera, it can be a camcorder. If you're going to buy a camcorder, make sure it has a microphone input on it. Some camcorders don't, believe it or not. And then there's other things you need to consider, like having an external hard drive, a computer, and then there are other accessories as well, all sorts of cables and all sorts of other things you can buy to enhance your videos. But, you know, like I said, you don't have to worry about you know, really going all in. You can start off real simple. So use your pocket phone, use your smartphone, use your pocket camera, these kind of things that might already be accessible to you. Now, what kind of time do you need to dedicate towards editing and towards producing a video? Well, in general, I say you got to give yourself at least 2 to 5 hours to shoot, especially if you're planning some of the video out. If you're going to do something really creative, like a couple of the videos that we saw prior in this presentation. And then on the editing side, some folks have said they allot about an hour of production time per minute of video. So just consider that as you're thinking about the overall production. You not only do you have to shoot it, but you have to edit it, then you have to render, export, upload the video, and then you have to share it, right? So, you know, Facebook, Twitter, be active on YouTube, be an engaged member of the community. all those things go into the time that you're going to be spending working on your video. All right, so do you have a vision? All right, so this is going to get back into a little more of the planning, the thoughts about the planning. I always want you to think about the overall plan before you shoot a frame of video, before you get to editing. So think about, what will it look like? What are the scenes that you need to capture? Who's going to be the talent? What's the story? And then, of course, you need that basic editing understanding, or at least know how to edit, or at least you have to find someone who can edit, but you have to make sure that you're producing the video so they can edit the stuff you're shooting. All right. So now let's talk about the actual edit. All right. You've captured excellent footage. You have a compelling storyline that you're going to work with. What do you do next? Well, of course, editing is about storytelling. So in the case of the lightsaber kittens, right? There were some kittens that were having fun with lightsabers, yet they were making too much noise in the house, right? Quick little story to it. With the Jack Russell video, it was just, sort of entertaining to show a cool trick, but that was telling a story that this is a talented dog, a dog that can do a handstand. And the same with Jasmine, right? I mean, this dog's doing some cool stuff that some people probably can't get their kids to do. So what is the story that you're going to tell? What's the action going to be? So obviously with the aforementioned videos, they knew what their action was going to be. You have to think about your audio, your music, your photos, and then your motion graphics or effects. All right. So all these things go into the edit, the storytelling, the action, the audio, music, photos, and then the effects, text, motion graphics, etc. All right. So that being said, let me get into iMovie now. I'm going to give you a quick demo. All right, so this is iMovie 11, and I'll give you a brief overview. iMovie is free editing software. I'm going to go over some more editing programs shortly, but since we're talking about some basic editing and vlogging, wanted to show you this software, because it is free with I guess pretty much every Mac that's out there. And so, like I said, I was walking through the halls of BarkWorld, and I ran into this dog, and I was like, hey, let me interview you real quick. And then she's like, hey, I'll show you some tricks. And it turned out to be the owner of Jasmine. So let me first of all show you the raw video. I'm going to show it to you in its entirety. It's less than 3 minutes, so it won't be too long to watch, but I just want you to see it because I'm going to show you how I'm editing the video. And I actually shot this with my iPhone 3GS. It has a cracked screen and all, but it still works, all right?
I was gonna do some tricks.
Yeah, do you want to?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go over here.
Here, I'm gonna get up there.
Space.
Yep.
Oh, you. Go. Come here. Okay. Can you sit? Look. Can you sit pretty? Where's your paw? Where's your paw? Can you say hi? Hi. Good girl. Can you lie down? Roll over. Good girl. Sit up. Cover your eye. Cover your eye. Cover your eye. Good girl. Good girl. Can you speak? Hello. Good girl. Hello. Hello. Good girl. Hello. Yes. Can you sneeze? Sneeze. 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 No, sneeze. Sneeze. Go more sneeze. Yes. Good girl. Can you spin? Spin. 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 Other way. Go other way. Other way. Other way. Other way. Good girl. Up. Back up. Back up. Forward. Up. Up. Forward. Good girl. Good girl.
All right, so tell me about Jasmine.
Okay.
Let me get you
Jasmine?
over here. Yeah.
All right. This is Jasmine.
Yeah, for the live stream. Yeah, it's been going all day. Yeah.
This is my favorite pup, Jasmine. Oh, she wants her treats. She's got a very popular YouTube channel. She has about 100 different tricks, and we're here at BarkWorld just to meet people and have fun and go to classes.
Very good. How long did it take you to train her?
I've been training her since she was a puppy. I just started teaching her in basic obedience, and then she picked it up so fast I had to come up with new tricks to teach her.
And what kind of sponsorships have you guys gotten, or opportunities have you gotten from her YouTube channel?
A lot of different companies. We've been on Animal Planet with Natural Balance. We came out here because Petco sponsored us to come out to BarkWorld, and it's really fun.
Cool.
Lots of different companies.
Where can we find you?
Where can you find me? On YouTube, it's called My Favorite Pup, Jasmine. Her blog is www.myfavoritepup.blogspot.com. She's on Twitter, myfavepupjasmine. She's on Facebook. Yeah, you can find me anywhere. Look up Jasmine Dog Tricks, you'll find us. It's not hard.
What's your name, ma'am?
Oh, my name's CJ Jackson.
TJ, like the initial CJ?
CJ Jackson.
Like the initials?
Huh?
Jackson.
Jackson. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, so from that video, you can see it ran about 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And, you know, you may want to upload it as it is. You know, I may decide to upload that video in its raw form if I was doing a post or a video about the conference. But I usually like to edit my videos. It adds a little bit of polish. It can add more of a professional look and feel to it. And it can help you, it helps me streamline the story, all right, that I'm trying to tell. So this is iMovie, and I already have the video imported in to iMovie. The way I did that was I connected my iPhone. Like, once again, I shot this with my iPhone. So once your iPhone is connected to your computer, if you're using a Mac, you just hit the camera icon, and in this case, it'll probably activate the webcam, because there I am, look, in a wife beater. All right, so we'll close that out. All right, but if you have your iPhone connected, it will sync and you can import your clips. And I just decided to import this one clip, which is the one that we just saw. All right, so this is it in its entirety. And I have already started editing video on the timeline. So this is the actual timeline where you will create your video. And basically the way I did this was I just had I just went to a couple of Jasmine's tricks, and you click on the area that you want to include in your video, and once you have that, you can just drag it down. All right, and so I already did that. And then what I also did was I took some of her sound bites. I did a little interview with her, and I just edited the sound bites down, and I will show you what I did so far. All right, so I'll just go to the end of the tricks here.
This is my favorite pup, Jasmine. Oh, she wants her treats. She's got a very popular YouTube channel. She has about 100 different tricks, and we're here at BarkWorld just to meet people and have fun and go to classes. I've been training her since she was a puppy. I just started teaching her basic obedience, and then she picked it up so fast I had to come up with new tricks to teach her. We've been on Animal Planet with Natural Balance. We came out here because Petco sponsored us to come out to BarkWorld, and it's really fun.
All right. So there's one more soundbite that I like to add, because she took the time to talk to me, so I'll let her get a little plug in about her website and about her site. So you just drag the handles, and basically the right corner of the yellow is where the clip's going to end, and the left corner, the left edge, is where it's going to begin. All right, so let's just listen to it.
.blogspot.com.
All right, so I want to back that up a little bit. And you kind of have to eyeball it with iMovie. It can be kind of challenging.
Where can you find me? On YouTube.
So I'll start with where can you find me, because that sort of helps.
Where can you find me? On YouTube. It's called My Favorite Pup, Jasmine. Her blog is www.myfavoritepup.blogspot.com. She's on Twitter, myfavepupjasmine. She's on Facebook. Yeah, you can find me anywhere. Look up Jasmine Dog Tricks, you'll find us. It's not hard.
What's your name?
All right. So I know with it's not hard.
Yeah, you can find me anywhere. Look up Jasmine Dog Tricks, you'll find us. It's not hard.
Back a little bit more. Like I said, there's really not a science to it.
Yeah, you can find me anywhere. Look up Jasmine Dog Tricks, you'll find us. It's not hard.
We'll just go with that, and then we can fine tune it if it's
Is www.myfavoritepup.blogspot.com. She's on Twitter, myfavepupjasmine. She's on Facebook. Yeah, you can find me anywhere. Look up Jasmine Dog Tricks, you'll find us. It's not hard.
Oh, perfect. All right, so it's perfect. All right, so now we have our story basically laid out. I'm starting off with, like I said, some tricks, and then I get into the interview with Jasmine's owner, CJ Jackson. All right, so the first thing I want to do is add some basic transitions. All right, so we will go over here to the transition browser, and with transitions, my rule of thumb is you keep it simple. You don't have to do anything too fancy. Just some dip to blacks will be fine. Maybe some cross dissolves. There's some other effects, but don't get too crazy with it, like the spin-ins and some of these are like and I could just show you them, but they can make your video look really cheesy and cheap if you add them. So
and it's really fun. You can find me on YouTube.
So yeah, I wouldn't use that one. All right, for a couple of reasons, but the main reason is because it makes your video can make your video look cheap. All right, and we will add one more, because if you notice, the video kind of jumped in between the sound bites, and I'll show you here with this clip. This is a jump cut, basically. A lot of YouTubers use jump cuts, but I don't care for jump cuts.
Tricks to teacher. We've been on.
All right, it kind of jumps there, so we will use the fade to black as a transition. It'll kind of dip to black in between each sound bite. So now we can take a look.
This is my favorite pup, Jasmine. Oh, she wants her treats. She's got a very popular YouTube channel. She has about 100 different tricks, and we're here at BarkWorld just to meet people and have fun and go to classes. I've been training her since she was a puppy.
Right, so that's what it looks like. All right, now the next thing we can do is we can add a title. So I'll click on the title browser. All right, and we will do a lower third. Let's do this one. And you will see here it comes up here, and then we can type in Jasmine. We'll type BarkWorld. Not that we want to date it, but that gives some context to it, all right? And then we'll do the same thing for CJ. All right. Now another thing we can do is if you want to create like a title text, you can go here. We can choose a background. Did you notice what I did? All right. There we go. All right, and let me just check one thing. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So now we have a basic video kind of edited here. You can see it only took me a few minutes to do. We can watch it in its entirety. But before I do that, I want to add some music. So let's go to the music browser, and we will select a track, which I already have in my iTunes library. Just choose this one. All right, just drop it on there. And now it's always good whenever you add music, you have to do some basic mixing of your tracks. So with iMovie, you can click on this little waveform icon here at the bottom of the screen. You can see it there. It reveals the waveforms. And now let's bring this down, because I can already tell that it's just way too loud and it'll probably drown out any of the natural sounds. So let's do that. And then you can already see here that I already did some pre-mixing. So I brought the levels up because remember I did this with my iPhone, which doesn't have a microphone. So the audio sounded a little bit low on this last interview. So I'll just bring it up a little bit to about right there. And that should be good. And now let's take a look.
Where's your paw? Where's your paw? Can you say hi? Hi. Good girl. Can you lay down? Roll over. Good girl. Sit up. Cover your eye. Cover your eye. Cover your eye. Good girl. Good girl. Can you speak? Hello. Good girl. Hello. Hello. Good girl. Hello. Yes. Can you sneeze? Sneeze. 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 No, sneeze. Sneeze. Go more, sneeze. Yes, good girl. Can you spit? Spit. This is my favorite pup, Jasmine. Oh, she wants her treats. She's got a very popular YouTube channel. She has about 100 different tricks, and we're here at BarkWorld just to meet people and have fun and go to classes. I've been training her since she was a puppy. I just started teaching her basic obedience, and then she picked it up so fast I had to come up with new tricks to teach her. We've been on Animal Planet with Natural Balance. We came out here because Petco sponsored us to come out to BarkWorld, and it's really fun. Where can you find me? On YouTube, it's called My Favorite Pup Jasmine. Her blog is www.myfavoritepup.blogspot.com. She's on Twitter, My Favorite Pup Jasmine. She's on Facebook. Yeah, you can find me anywhere. Look up Jasmine Dog Tricks, you'll find us. It's not hard.
And that is how easy it is to really start editing using iMovie. All right, so what are the programs that you can use? Well, as you can see, iMovie is great to do simple videos. You can, like I said, you can add music, text, narration, just all the above. It has some limitations too, but if you just want to get started, if you don't have a big budget, there's nothing wrong with iMovie. If you want to take a step up, Final Cut Pro X is Apple's latest version of the Final Cut Pro software, and it's a very robust program, very affordable. I think you can get it for less than $300. And then if you're on the PC side, there's Windows Movie Maker, which is free with any PC. It does the basic things that iMovie does as well. So it's a great entry-level software if you're just working with a minimal budget. Then if you want to step it up, there's Sony Vegas for the PC, and then Adobe has a great software suite. They have Adobe Premiere Pro, which is part of the Creative Suite, and then Adobe Elements, which is this more entry-level software. It's around $100 for Adobe. And then if you really want to get high-end, I didn't put on the list, but Avid is the cream of the crop for professionals. So as you saw from my basic demo, this is the process of editing. You trim your clips or your interviews and your interviews. You, of course, create action sequences, you tell a story, then you mix the audio, and then what I didn't show is how to compress and export, but it's pretty simple to do in iMovie and any other software program. You may have to learn some specific compression codecs, and it's a good thing to start learning that as well. But that's the basic process of editing. I hope this was really helpful. If you have any questions, you can always ask me a question at ask@webvideochefs.com. If you want more video production tutorials, including iMovie, Final Cut Pro 10, as well as on-camera tips and tricks, just everything, you name it, check out webvideochefs.com. I want to thank you so much. If I didn't see you at BarkWorld, hopefully I'll see you there next year. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Peace.